Hey,
Yeah.
yo.
So let's get it
Hey,
on.
yo.
Let's get it on. Let's get it
Yeah.
on a Friday.
Yeah.
Let's get it on a Friday. Get in, stay in, hit us in the comments, hit us with the calls. You see the link. Please believe that link works. Hit us
You
up.
see the dancing Springsteen saxophonist.
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. Welcome in. Happy Friday. One and all, happy Friday. A lot of good stuff going on this weekend. Excited to talk to you guys. As always, I have to wait for my glasses to defog. J-Lo,
Defog, of course.
hit them up. It goes
Hey,
down in the DMs.
she's
It goes
single again,
down
bro.
in the DMs.
You got to shoot your shot. She's single again.
Hey, man. Shoot or shoot. I mean, that's just a fact. 100% of the shots you don't take. We all know the axiom.
True.
But thank you guys for joining us. Should be a fun show tonight. Like I said, a lot of good stuff going on over the weekend. We are past the Light Wednesday mode. So let's just look forward to some good sports on the weekend. Players Championship, UFC having a fight night, NASCAR, of course. Yep. Basketball is back after the All-Star break. Hockey continues on. Baseball, which still in spring training, but some interesting news over the last 48 hours as far as minor leagues go. So a lot of good stuff there. But Tyler, how are you doing on this Friday and heading into the weekend?
I'm doing good, man. It's always good on a Friday night. Looking forward to the weekend. Just a whole lot of sports watching. There we go. My guy Justin got my back on that one. It's true. Look, A-Rod can never do that. That's something A-Rod can never do that I can't.
Nah, Jenny from the block, you ain't ready for that. If you want to get down with the real player.
That's right. Yeah, man. If looking forward to the weekend. Always happy to be here on a Friday night. Roddy, how you doing today?
I am doing very well. Actually, not too bad of a Friday. At the day job at the bank, pretty easy action over there. So, and again, just as far as pertains to this show, happy to get into the weekend where we do have a lot of events and sports coming up. Always makes it a lot easier to get comments from you guys, calls, whatever it may be. But I usually, as if you follow the show, we start with some of the smaller stories, and I had never constructed any kind of intro for this. Tyler and I talked about it. What would be the best way to sort of introduce these minor stories, these smaller stories that we wanted to hit, but they don't really fit into the context of the rest. And I think we agreed on a pretty satisfying intro here for what we are now calling the side pieces. There it is. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Quiet Storm.
That's right.
It goes down in the DMs. It gets weird in the DMs. Hey, you up? But a couple little things, and some of this will sort of transition into some of the other bigger stories as we move on throughout the show. Minor League Baseball, and we'll, if we get on, in a little time, this has kind of been coming. They tried this, I think, in the the Atlantic League or whatever.
Atlantic League, yeah.
So now we are going to see some of the robot umpires, some of the different pitch clocks, things like that, things to speed it up, whatever it is. Again, the only thing I really am diametrically opposed to is I just hate that they're like the shift is not you can't do extreme shifts. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, you can hit against the shift. If you're one of the best baseball players, just hit it the other way. Like, don't make the there was two guys standing there. What could I do? You're really good at baseball. Hit it the other way.
There's one dude standing between second and third base. There's lots of space there.
I don't think it's that hard. I mean, like I said, and I heard it wasn't Gubiza. It was dude that did the Vasgersian was on Petros and Money, and he seemed to be
new Angels announcer, Matt Vasgersian.
Yeah, the dream team, him and Mark Gubiza. But he was saying, like, I'm glad they're trying this out and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm not, as far as the shift thing. I mean, some of this stuff, yes, I think at some point there's going to be robot umpires, whatever, it's going to happen. Some of these other things, they want to get the game speeded up. They have the clock. They have this other stuff. But the shift thing, I just can't. There's certain things about baseball that makes it weird and keep it weird. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, well, every other American league in like professional sports, they have rules on what you could do with your defense. But baseball, you could just put all your guys wherever you want. I'm like, yeah, baseball's weird. Keep it weird. Like, that's the charm. It's long. It's weird. Like, some of the stuff is just like, like stalling for time to get a guy warmed up in the bullpen. Like, all that stuff is kind of like baseball to me. So besides the shift rule, which I think is dumb, I am glad they are trying. The NFL we see every year, they tweak the rules. Some things work, they don't work. Tuck rule, terrible. But they adjust. They try to make the game more streamlined, try to make the product better. But you had to see this coming. It's going to be a weird year for the minor leagues anyway because of all the downsizing. A lot of teams are going independent or maybe not even knowing if they're going to play this year. But besides the anti-shift rule, I think I'm good with at least just trying some of these.
So the shift rule is like they're kind of doing it in two parts. So the first half of the year, the rule is you have to have 4 men in the infield, like both feet on the infield dirt, but they can set up wherever they want as long as you have 4 men on the infield dirt. They're saying that in the second half of the year, they might change it to where you have to have 2 men on each side of second base. So
they didn't say anything about women. I'm just saying. So
that's true. That's true. This is true.
Some of the old school entrepreneurs, Charlie Finley, some of these like wild owners, like, hey, all right, they said 4 men, but I got a woman out here that's like one of the best softball players in the world. I think she can range over and make that play.
Yeah, I'm with you though. As much as I hate the shift, I completely understand why teams do it. And it's like, you said they brought up how other, all the other leagues like kind of change up their rules on defense. Like the thing with baseball is by mixing it up this way, you're leaving massive gaps for the other team to take advantage of that just for whatever reason, mostly left-handed power hitters have refused to just like take that huge gap. So I'm like, I don't blame the defense if the hitter is going to stubbornly refuse to take a massive hit down the left side, like then yeah, they deserve to ground out on a hit, deep into the right field gap. I mean,
yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
And Justin, to answer your question there, the larger bases, I believe they're going to be 3 inches bigger. I think they're going from 15 by 15 to 18 by 18. So it's not big, but bang bang plays.
More
I guess
like
it's going
a
to make
mini
a difference.
trampoline size. I'm looking for like a 4 foot by 4 foot bag. A lot of things can happen if you do that. So I mean, if we're gonna get weird, let's get weird. Let's go all the way.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I'm with you on that one. And kind of the I do kind of like the rule about maybe only having allowing 2 pickoffs and on the third pickoff if they don't get the guy, it's a balk. I kind of like that one. I mean, sure, it'll speed the game up, and I'm all for more stolen bases. Stolen bases is a part of the game I absolutely love, and it's kind of like gone away. So if there's a way to increase that, I'm down for it. I mean, it's look, try some of this stuff out. It's fine. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, great. But ultimately, kind of the shift one is definitely the one that I'm mostly against.
And I think a lot of the stuff that you've seen come into the game, that in the major league level, or now sort of they're trying it in the minor league level, Atlantic League, whatever. They're trying to speed the game up, but it just seems kind of counterintuitive. I mean, baseball, it just takes a while. Like, it takes a while. Like, and if everyone just strikes out, walks, or hits a home run, the actual game itself that you're watching, I mean, it's already kind of hard on TV unless you're really just a fan. It moves slower. Like, yes, the games get over faster, but there's less things happening. Like,
there's less movement.
So it's kind of, like I said, in the one way, yes, all right, cool. All the games taking 3 hours and 15 minutes now. But nothing happens in that time except like 7 home runs, and a bunch of strikeouts. And then, like, there's a little bit more, like, it breathes and lives a little bit more when people are stealing bases or, just kind of make, like, double switches. I know they're talking about, like, universal DH, all this stuff. So some of that stuff does kind of make it move faster in a way. Like, maybe it takes longer, but it seems like more is going on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Yeah, like a lot of these guys with kind of the theory among hitters now is the three true outcome. You're either going to strike out, walk, or hit a home run, which, like you said, yeah, that's great if we get 7 long balls a game. But, between that, if you've got no base runners, it feels like the game is taking a lot longer than it actually is. So, yeah, that is the thing is if you can just get more guys on base, more movement instead of just, a bunch of guys standing around and a pitcher throwing a pitch every 30 seconds, then yeah, maybe we can get some more fun in the game.
Just things happening, just in between, the game within the game kind of thing.
Yeah.
Of course, the Baron with a shocking take that I never saw coming. He's not in favor of it. He don't like
it. That's not surprising at all.
And I mean, yes, I feel like they should be able to keep it this way. All 4 infielders should be able to stand right behind the pitcher and do with that what you will. I mean, keep it like that. Why not? There's no illegal defense in baseball.
That actually would be pretty interesting. Just the pitcher just feeling surrounded, like, oh, can you guys back up a little bit, please?
As we move on through the side pieces here, and actually, well, I'll get to the basketball after this, but it's tournament season. A special announcement coming on that, but the Players Championship is going on this weekend, and a couple of little interesting things from Thursday. Victor Hovland with a just kind of, he owned up to it, but sort of a tough break that he marked his ball incorrectly. And like 2 hours after the round, got a 2-shot penalty, which did lead to, I saw some golf parlays, a couple bad beats, because literally when you say in the clubhouse, I had it, my bet hit, I'm good. Then 2 hours later, they take 2 shots off the guy's score and you lose. That's a bad beat. That is.
I hope you cashed out right away. Yeah,
no, I don't know if their Bovada's going to come after you for that money if you did, but please say you did. And again, I mean, as pertains to wagering, entertainment purposes only. I can't tell you how to live your life, but just
I know.
please.
I know this guy will be coming after you if you.
Arkansas Slim, yes,
for sure.
That voided all pays and plays and kneecaps at Arkansas Slim's legitimate sportsbook. He will find you. He will kill you. Please believe that.
Please believe that.
He's a serious man, but he's fair. Stern, but fair.
True.
And the other adventurous thing we had happen on Thursday, and it's kind of carried over to today, actually. Let me see if I can get on the screen. There we go. Byung-Hoon An. Putting up a pretty tough 11 on the infamous island hole at Sawgrass. But you know what? I always like a guy that just keeps going for it. He's like, nope, another tee, another ball. Come on. I can hit this green. Do as I say, caddy. You dog. Give me another ball. But, sir, no. He went for it. He got on that green after, took that 11. And I think today he actually had a 7, which he also was pretty, funny about on his social media. He's like, this is a huge upgrade for me. I got a 7 today.
Improvement. That's all you can ask for.
And the Golf Channel actually threw it out there. Tag a buddy who would card an 11 on number 17, which, first of all, right here. But even as someone that likes to play golf. And
11 if I'm lucky.
He tagged himself. Tag a buddy that would card. The actual guy that did card the 11 did tag himself. So, nowhere to go but up from here, bud. But golf is a bastard. So I totally back you up on that. As we get into some of the basketball talk here, this was one of the more interesting stories that came out last night, and that is that Patrick Ewing, Knicks legend, his jersey's retired. He is now coaching Georgetown in the Big East tournament. It's always at Madison Square Garden. Seemed to have some kind of misunderstandings with the security there, and he was upset. I don't know, how much this was tongue in cheek or if he was actually frustrated, but we'll play the video. You can decide for yourself.
But I do want to say one thing though. I thought this was my building, and I feel terrible that I'm getting stopped, accosted, asking for passes. Everybody in this building should know who the hell I am. And I'm getting stopped. I can't move around this building. Like I was like, what the hell? Is this Madison Square Garden? I'm going to have to call Mr. Dolan and say, geez, is my number in the rafters or what?
All right, let's go to Bobby Bancroft.
There you have Pat Ewing again. I mean, his jersey, yes, it is retired, but again, my first thought is, you know what? Actually, let's bring it on the celebrity hotline here, and the Corey's Market and Liquor Celebrity Hotline. We do have the CEO of the program, Mr. Nick Barrios, on the line. Let's bring him in. Nick, how are you doing this evening?
What's up, brother?
How are you? Oh, let me just
Getting after it here on a Friday. It's free for all Friday, so hit the link, as I said.
Attaboy.
super sore from that wrestling class. Super sore.
Did you go back? Oh, you went back for another session?
We stopped early because someone busted their head on the turnbuckle. We're like, oh, well, and we're done.
Okay, yep.
I mean, it's kind of like an and one game. It just goes until someone breaks their head open, and then it's like, shut it down. Oh!
Fake. I thought this was fake. But yeah, someone just literally open. I was like, oh, yeah. Took a bad bump, too. So I was like, I'm going to take it easy today.
There you go.
Well,
was B-Boy there this time?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He was not. And I was wondering if homeboy busted his head. And we're like,
ooh.
Like, okay, when do you want me to come back? They're like, we'll call you. I was like, probably not. There goes.
It's right. Your road to WrestleMania isn't for this year. It's next year's WrestleMania.
Yes,
so you're all right.
There's a build-up involved with this. I mean, it's not just overnight. Come on, let's be realistic.
I still need a rival, so I'm thinking probably most likely Bruce Smith. Or my fault, Bruce
Smith.
Yeah.
But I did want to get, as sort of a New York sports insider on the program, your thoughts on Patrick Ewing getting boxed out by security here, apparently, allegedly.
Don't be mad at them. One, don't be mad at them for doing their job. It's COVID. They're trying to take safety protocols. I get it. I'd be mad too at some point. Like, hey, I'm 7 foot tall. Granted, I'm pretty sure a lot of 6'8" to 7 footers walking through the locker room area. But when he said like, is my jersey not in the Raptors? It's like, yes, it's right next to the poster of you getting dunked on by Jordan. And it's right next to the banners that you've brought to New York.
Well, and my first thought as well was, some of these people, let's be honest, they're probably like 19 years old, and they legitimately do not know who you are. Yep. And also, man, the best flex ever would be like, but I see the jersey, but do you have any rings to show? Or is there?
Is it right next to the chapter banner? Oh, that's right. There is.
Oh, actually, I'm going to have to call for backup, sir. Hold on. Let me clear you. If you want to step to the side so I can let her through, that'd be great. She has a pass, and I don't know who you are. I only make $11 an hour, so you're going to have to step back, sir. Please. Don't get aggressive.
We were even like, it's right next to the picture of the blown layup against the Pacers. Yeah, I was like, God. I was like, shut your mouth. I think
for me, it's always kind of a bad. And you know what? I will give Ewing a little leeway here because you're talking about James Dolan, this old slow hand himself. This guy fancies himself like the bluesman, James Dolan.
He looks like the old man from Pawn Stars in that picture.
He does. He kind of looks like that guy all the time. That's
true. Yeah, he just naturally looks like him.
No, he's not. Guess what it is.
Just shredding. Oh man, look at him go. But for me, it's always a little bit distasteful of a look to do the whole "Don't you know who I am" card. That's always just kind of like, maybe just give this guy some slack. He's making $11 an hour. Maybe he didn't know, whatever, you know. But James Dolan is an idiot. So we saw what they did to Oak Tree a couple of years ago, kicking him out, banned for life. Apparently, I don't even know.
Yeah.
And if he did that to him, who, you know, Charles Oakley will just kill you right now just for looking at him.
To be fair, I could understand not recognizing Oakley if you only saw him play back in the day, and you saw him now. I can understand not recognizing him.
If he has the mini braids, I believe. Free Darko, shout out to Free Darko RP. Back in the day, called his hair at that time when he had the short dreads a pack of angry whores. That's how they described his hair. But either way, he's terrifying. He's 6'8", probably close to 320 at this point.
And angry.
And they kicked him out. So Patrick Ewing is a little bit more, you know, diplomatic. He still has a job as a college coach, big program, whatever. But I just think you're not really going to get any traction there dealing with James Dolan because he obviously doesn't care. Like I said,
he is a moron.
He just wants to go shred and play that guitar. As we transition on, also I saw you, Will, in the comments. Yes, I'm not a big "don't you know who I am" fan. I think that's always like kind of a cop-out move. But we're talking about the Knicks. We're talking about James Dolan. He's kind of a dickhead. And yes, Suge Knight would run from Oak because if Suge Knight was hanging vanilla ice out a balcony, Oak would have just thrown him off. It wouldn't be no questions asked. It would be like, I don't like this guy.
With the Jazzy Jeff off the balcony.
Exactly, out the door, but it would be off the balcony of the Holiday Inn in Long Beach or wherever that happened. Yeah. But a couple more little basketball stories. Tyler pointed this out to me today as his Wolverines were taking on Maryland. Juwan Howard and Mark Turgeon got heated. Words were exchanged, and allegedly, the phrase was thrown out, "I'll kill you," from Juwan Howard.
No, the phrase was, "I will fucking kill you."
Oh, okay. Well, I cleaned that up a little bit, but yes, there you have the. We get down to the brass tacks. And,
again, allegedly.
You can't convict on allegedly, but it just, of course, took me right back to the legend, R.I.P., Mr. John Chaney, and his infamous run-in with John Calipari. John on John violence. I see it.
I just got my ass blasted for giving them hell down in West Virginia, and here you get a hell of a job right here today. Good job. 3 class guys, and you pick them out here and single them out. You can't get that. You got a nerve to threaten the guy. Shut up, goddamn! You got a nerve to threaten the guy. I'll kill you. You remember that. When I see you, I'm gonna kick your ass. Kick your ass. Come on. You got a good team, and you don't need that edge. That's what I was telling my kids.
Wait, was that JR in the back with the shirt on?
No, that was actually a young, svelte-looking Eddie Jones, Temple legend and Lakers legend Eddie Jones. But shout out to the god, John Chaney. I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Sorry, his comment is perfect.
Next time I see you, I'll mess you up.
Oh, God.
Look, it's the time of the year. It's that one shining moment time of the year. Tensions are running high. A lot of pressure on these coaches. I get it. But maybe not the best look to say I'll actually, or in this case, fucking kill you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's entertainment purposes only. We cannot, I don't want to indemnify myself by saying what may or may not have been said. I'm just going by what I know at this point. But,
we're just third party. We're the messenger.
Preliminary reports, maybe that did happen. And yes, also it's a classic video clip. R.I.P. John Chaney, one of the all-time greats in college basketball.
Legend.
Howard was quoted with Turgeon. I wash my clothes with Tide detergent. I'll kill you.
True.
No, I'll kill you.
But on that note, actually one more. So it's not all bad. Look, I like what Juwan's doing. We talked about the disastrous game against Illinois where he just Crisello was saying he just got the technical because he had to get a technical. And when you're the ref, just give him the tech. He wants the tech. If you don't give it to him, he's going to get more mad because they were getting boat raced. So, the ref did what he had to do. All right, there you go, sir. You can, take a seat. You got your money's worth. But on a lighter note for Tyler here, let me see if I can pull this up. Did I bring it into the oh, here we go. Yes. So the Michigan State basketball team, through bizarre corporate sponsorship, thank you, everything about 2020, 21, whatever, they will now be the MSU Spartans presented by Rocket Mortgage. That is how you have to refer to them within the arena at Michigan State. Not a great look. I mean, just not a great look. I don't think you're going to see that on any official NCAA communications, but interesting partnership, especially for a sport that still refuses to pay the players. And we can change the name of the team, even though it's a school name and a mascot name. But no, we will be presented by Rocket Mortgage. So, Tyler, I thought that would warm your heart a little bit.
Just wait until you see the University of Arkansas Little Rock presented by Condom Depot.
Exactly.
That's the one I'm looking forward to. Yeah, that's just it's pretty stupid. I saw a great tweet saying that Howard got pissed because somebody referred to them as the Michigan Wolverines presented by Rocket Mortgage. So yeah, that's
it triggered.
That's pretty. I don't even hate Michigan State basketball. I do have some level of respect for them because Izzo is so good and has been good for so long. But yeah, that is you're just looking to get dunked on when you do shit like that.
You're gonna get clowned.
Look, they're getting money. Fine, good for them. But you're definitely gonna get dunked on for that.
Well, certainly the players aren't. But
the players will not get money. That's true.
To the players, what funds are going to the players from this?
Oh, they're getting. Let's not kid ourselves. They're getting money, not as much as they should, and not legally, but they are getting money.
Allegedly.
Some kind of way,
yeah.
groceries, whatever it is. But a couple other things before we get to the final capper here on the side pieces and the basketball piece. This is what's going to happen here in the tournament this year. We all knew this was going to happen. Duke was pretty much on the bubble anyway. Sorry, Nick. But then a COVID test. Honestly, they weren't even staying in Greensboro. They were staying in the hotel they've been staying in all year and commuting to Greensboro. And someone still came down with the vid. So they will not be playing. That's definitely going to be the end. And I don't think there's any way they're getting that tournament if they don't play in this one and win some games. And also Kansas. So we have a couple marquee teams right here that the COVID pandemic is affecting. Kansas, kind of a down year as well. I mean, a lot of Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, just down years for all these teams.
Don't forget, I dropped this in there too. Virginia as well. Virginia.
Ooh. Yeah, Virginia been a powerhouse for like the last 5 years too.
Although I did see that Virginia and Kansas are both anticipating on being in the Big Dance. Duke has shut their season down. Although, as you said, they were already on the bubble anyway, so they may not have gotten in. But yeah, all three are now sitting out of the rest of their league tournaments. Virginia and Kansas will be back for the Big Dance.
I think Virginia and Kansas do have a legit, chance to get in there based on resume, whatever. Duke really needed to get in this thing and win a couple games. They were already, like a late season rally, but it was not a good season. And missing these games is definitely going to affect them. But on that note, hey, so join the Quarantine Kids Bracket Challenge. Yahoo Fantasy Sports Group ID 24638. Get in there. First prize will win a spectacular, one-of-a-kind, botched Suck It Mosquito shirt.
Wait, are you kidding me?
Maybe I should have checked with the CEO before. But look, I'm trying to make it tasty. I'm trying to make it tasty and enticing to people that want to join the group. Get in, make your pick. Selection Sunday is 6 p.m. this Sunday. So join the group. First prize, again, is a fabulous shirt. Sorry, CEO.
Prize is not fabulous.
Disclaimer, prize is not fabulous. Entertainment purposes only. Please believe that. But join the group. Get a part of it. I'm going to put this out on our social media. I'm going to put it out in the sports group, Quarantine Network group. Let's try to make it as big as possible. There is no password needed. 24638 on Yahoo Fantasy Sports. I'm sorry, CEO. I will now defer to you to give a statement on the matter because I feel like I already messed up.
I mean, ideally, it's like, who doesn't know me? Like, isn't my name up in the Raptors? Like, isn't my jersey up in the Raptors? Oh, that's right, not anymore because it's being used for bracketology. Oh my! Don't worry. It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause.
It's a great cause. Trust.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't call that your jersey. I'm just trying to give people a little nugget to participate. We need to, stir up the echoes. We need to get people going.
If it gets okay with it, then.
All right, we'll talk about it off air because obviously I've hit a nerve.
I would have preferred, ideally, hey, winner gets a vacation with Arkansas Slim.
No, that's what last place gets.
Vacation with Arkansas Slim is like
you're not coming back.
Why don't you just walk down this dirt road? Just turn around.
Yeah, that's a permanent vacation.
Yeah, nobody wants that. So try to avoid that.
A vacation out in the sticks.
Yeah, exactly. We send him to a big farm up north. He's got plenty of room to run around, do whatever he wants.
Look at the tree.
Yeah, just look out there. Just think about it. That's what happens when you cross Arkansas Slim. So please believe that. But do hit us up. Join the group, 24638 on Yahoo Fantasy Sports. We will be pimping this out on our social media relentlessly. Up to, well, I don't know when the first 4, if they're going to do that, whatever. But through the weekend, beyond Sunday into Monday, I'm sure, there's no games going on Sunday or on Monday. But join the group, be a part of it, win the prize, much to the chagrin of the CEO. And I'm sorry, Nick.
The investment paying off already.
Yeah, see? We're just promoting the brand.
That's it, man. That's it.
Get it trending.
Get it trending if you can spell it. All right, a couple more things as we move on here. And this was one that broke early this morning on my way to work, or right before when I left for work. Cam Newton going back to the Patriots. 1-year contract, $6 million, but there's a lot of incentives in this. And I'll see if we can get one of our NFL insiders, Eddie Justin, on the program here in the meantime. But honestly, I don't think it's that bad of a deal. I mean, like, Cam Newton is not what he once was, but I don't think he was really the problem with that team. And you get him for, $18 million? It's like, okay, well, now we can worry about the rest that wasn't good. Also, they had a bunch of players that, opted out last year. One of the funny tweets that I did see this morning was, this is Taysom Hill with his $16 million. Look at, why would they pay him all that money? Oh, wait, I get $16 million. You know what? I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to keep to myself over here because that post-Drew Brees life is going to be real. But, hey, good for him. Good for him. But, no, I think you could do a lot worse. And it's not like the Patriots can't draft or even sign another quarterback. It's just kind of like shoring up. Look, this is what we got right now. He probably took a little bit less to stay with the team that he already was with. If he hit the open market and some other team wanted him, could have been, $2 or $3 million more. So I really don't think it's a bad deal. Everyone wants to talk about it, but I thought it was decent.
Is this sustainable?
Yeah, it's not a bad deal. I mean, it's, like you said, they've got a lot more issues than just quarterback. Plus, I mean, you got 2 other teams in the division that are getting better. So this will be fine for a year, while you kind of build the rest of the team. Maybe you get a quarterback in this draft or the next draft, sign somebody else next year. They'll be fine. Like I said, once they kind of get everything else built up, and then they can get their quarterback situation fully settled out.
The comments roll in. for Cam's notorious wardrobe. Do we even have an assistant locker room manager? But hey, he's still got that commercial money, so he's not really starving out there. But like I said, I think they could do worse. So get the guy you have if he wants to come back. That's really not a lot for an NFL quarterback. I would still. I mean, he's not elite, but he's an NFL quarterback. So I don't really see a problem with it.
I mean, he's past his prime already, so ideally just keep him happy for this 1 year and see where it goes from there. But, I mean, last year there was some type of promise after the first 2 games of the season. Like, this could be a potential or an alleged replacement for Tom Brady, but it didn't really pan out the way it was supposed to. And, of course, Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl was like a giant FU to Bill Belichick. So we'll see where that season goes. And like you said, the Bills now are pretty much the top contender in the AFC East. Oh, God. Hey, I want that guy. I want him in the cage. I want him in the cage.
I'll line up behind that guy every day of the week.
I want him in. You get him on the show, we'll cut a promo.
We are efforting bringing in Bruce Smith on the program. But, yes, it wasn't the Patriots' fault. They had, Bruce Smith to deal with. They had, obviously, the savages that you're dealing with in Buffalo. I mean, the team is good, okay? So, yes, everyone's looking up at them. I wish I had the video of the guy going through the table. And unfortunately for them, they do not have this character to deal with anymore. But we'll see where he lands. Could be helpful for them if he was still around. I get that.
Absolutely horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
Well, my question is, do the Patriots have any first round picks this year?
I haven't. I'm not going to sit here and say
no, but Belichick traded them all away because he traded them all away to get more 6th and 7th round picks. That's kind of where he goes.
That's his bread and butter. I need a guy that was driving a UPS truck 5 days ago. This guy hits like a Mack truck. This guy worked at a Vons. These guys are dope. These are my talent. These are my guys. I can get them on the cheap. But look, like I said, I'm not overblowing the Cam signing. I don't think it was a bad move. Like, obviously, they wouldn't have brought him back if they didn't want to bring him back. And he wouldn't have came back if he didn't think he was maybe not going to have a chance to play or anything. So I think compared to what's out there, why not? I mean, just bring him back.
I always thought, too, with the whole Deshaun Watson talk of, obviously he didn't want to be in Houston. I was like, watch probably the Patriots come around, swoop him in, but then this deal came through. I was like, oh, well, that's dead.
No, that's too much for the Patriots to pay. They ain't paying that much for anybody.
Whoa. Let's not go crazy here.
Yeah.
But let's I don't know what's going on in the background over there, but it is making me laugh. So we move on. To let's just give you an update there on the players. Lee Westwood chilling in first place, -6. A little bit of weather situation, not surprising, going on down there at Sawgrass. But Brett Not Barron, a couple Americans in the mix. Sergio, really
Shambo's in the hunt.
The Bombs. That's our guy.
Right. The champ, bro.
Just an absolute freaking unit.
Lummox, as you like to call him.
Definitely a lummox. I mean, we could see him trying to do math there, but he's not, maybe not.
We got a doggo.
Dog on the screen. Dogs on the screen. Nothing gets the fans going like a dog on the screen.
Yeah, he's been chopping at my feet.
But looking forward to the weekend. As well, I don't think he was on the show to talk about it, but the Players is one of those, it's not a major, but it's kind of a upper tier, regular season event. So always, and you could see the $15 million purse. So I'm assuming if you win that, probably at least 2 of that's going home with you. Always something that a lot of guys show up for. Are you English? Are you English? Oh, you are bugging me, man. But we will keep our eyes on that over the weekend as well. And, again, thoughts and prayers for Byung Hun En. Look, he went from 11 to 7 today. So if these trends hold, he might just ace on Sunday. If he makes the cut, I don't know.
True. That's just true.
But as we move a little bit further on, we got NASCAR this weekend. They're in Phoenix. I like that I think NASCAR and Google also did not. I don't know when the naming rights came out. I don't know if it was actually the Instacart 500 up until maybe the last minute. But yes, we have the Instacart 500 going on in Phoenix. As you can see, a lot of heavy hitters there. Keselowski, Larson, last week's winner. Hamlin, always a threat. Truex, Elliott. I mean, you just run out of the list.
And it's Phoenix. That's Harvick's track, man. He always kills it in Phoenix.
Yeah, well, he qualified at 18th, so that was a little bit of a disappointment.
Ain't no worries. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he likes to sit back and just make that move. And yes, as we said, circling back to the call, Sergio Garcia definitely can let those oysters fly. Justin also throwing in his entertainment purses only. Please believe that. Plus 150. I think that's plus 150. He's going to win it.
His score is +1 in 50th place.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, look, you're not that far out, honestly. A lot can happen over the weekend here. So, -6. Some of these guys can fall off. It'll be go Saturday, Sunday. Pin placements get tougher. Obviously, the weather is not going to be great. So, anything can happen out there. But I do want to take a last couple minutes here just to check in briefly with the fight doctor. We do have a UFC fight night. I don't know where Nick has gone. Sorry, CEO. I'm taking you off the screen.
That's fine.
Right now he runs back.
This guy's acting up right now. I'm going to make sure you put this little guy to bed.
All right. Take care of him. We'll talk about the shirt thing. I'm sorry if it was upsetting to you. And join the group, though. Yahoo.
Yes, I will. Bye,
guys. Thanks for calling in, man.
There he goes on the Corey's Liquor Celebrity Hotline. But we do have to check in with the fight doctor quickly as we are running up against time. So let me pull this up here, and let's dive right into it directly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. The heavyweight champion of the world.
Gotta love that.
We do have a UFC fight night that will be on ESPN Plus this weekend. So, if you don't have that subscription, please remember there are ways.
There are ways.
But, it's being headlined by a interesting welterweight fight. So we got Leon Edwards taking on Bilal Muhammad. Edwards, who is a guy that was, I believe, number 2 or 3 ranked welterweight for the longest time, but got removed from that ranking due to inactivity. He just kind of for a while he was sitting back waiting for the right fight. Then he was supposed to fight Tyron Woodley last March, and then COVID happened, so that fight got put back. Then he was supposed to fight Khamzat Chimaev a couple of times recently, but as stated, a couple weeks ago on the show, Chimaev is probably retired now due to issues he has from COVID. So this will be Edwards' first fight in, about almost 2 years, I think. July of 2019 might have been the last time he fought. And then Bilal Muhammad, he's riding high. He's got a nice 4-fight win streak. He's actually had 3 fights and wins since Edwards' last fight, which I think is going to be the deciding factor in this. Ring rust is a real thing, man. I mean, both fighters are hot, but Edwards hasn't fought in 2 years. So I know Edwards is kind of a heavy favorite in Vegas. I think he was going to like -265. Of course, for entertainment purposes only, I kind of like Muhammad in this fight. I like Muhammad. I think that, man, 2 years off is so long.
It's a long time.
There is one thing I think Edwards definitely has going for this is that it's a 5-round fight. Muhammad's never had a 5-round fight. Edwards has been through probably like 3 or 4 5-round fights. Muhammad's never had one. So if it goes in the later rounds, you think maybe that could benefit Edwards. But again, 2 years off, maybe it doesn't benefit him. I don't know. I think the ring rust is a real thing. I think Muhammad's going to get the upset here.
And again, I mean, as we clearly state, please
believe that.
Entertainment purposes only. Please believe that. I'm not going to get sued. But I'm inclined to agree. I think it's sort of just been a bad break for Edwards, having all this time off. Some of the things that happened was definitely beyond his control. But and obviously a talented guy. Still, well, you said minus 265. I think you see it here on the ESPN, minus 260 as of the time when I got the screenshot here. But still a favorite. But yeah, I mean, that amount of time off for a sport like that is a lot. I mean, there's a difference between sparring, like, oh, he's in great shape, he looked good at the weigh-in, and then actually like getting in there and doing it like in a real fight, 5 rounds. But
against a guy that is actually trying to hurt you, to beat you, instead of a guy that's just trying to like help you improve.
Yeah.
And
the phlebotomist also chimes in that he is going Edwards. The fight phlebotomist. Justin.
But a couple of the fights on the card, I just wanted to mention. It's not an overly exciting card on paper, but as we've said before, in the last for damn near a year, sometimes those turn out to be the best cards. But the co-main event, we got a light heavyweight bout between Misha Cirkunov and Ryan Spann, 2 guys that kind of had like really high hopes, high momentum, and then they met, the top of the line guys in the light heavyweight division and paid for it. Cirkunov, I think up until 2017, had a nice win streak going. Then he got knocked out by Volkan Oezdemir, TKO'd by Glover, won a fight or 2, and then got TKO'd by Johnny Walker. We've all been TKO'd by Johnny Walker at some point in time.
Who hasn't?
But
Red what up?
But those aren't guys. It's no shame being beat by those guys. Those guys are top line fighters. Spann himself had a nice 8-fight win streak going, and then he got knocked out by Johnny Walker. So 2 guys that had high hopes, high momentum, looking to build that back up by beating one another. This one, I know Vegas has it pretty close. I'm probably going to go Spann, but I mean that's dang near a coin flip on that one. Then the other fight, probably the one that I'm most excited about, is a featherweight fight between Dan Ige and Gavin Tucker. Featherweight division, absolute fun division. Those guys can go for 25 minutes, no problem. They still hit hard. Ige had an 8-fight win streak just recently snapped against Calvin Kattar. Tucker is riding on a 3-fight win streak as well. One thing I was kind of thinking about when I was looking at the fight is like Ige is kind of like the prototypical Extreme Couture fighter, and Tucker's already beaten at least one Extreme Couture fighter, maybe 2. I'm not sure. I know he beat Justin James, maybe beat another. I'm probably going to go. This is another toss-up. I think Ige is a slight favorite. I'll probably go Ige in this one. USA. Bro, yeah. How would I would be ashamed if I picked the Canadian over the American.
Look, if it's a toss-up, these colors don't run. All right? You know where I stand.
Right. That's right. But, yeah, it could be a fun – it could be a really exciting card again. Like I said, it's just one of those other ones that you look at it in paper, you think maybe I could skip it, and then you find out later on like it was their fucking best card of the year. So, I'll definitely be checking this one out.
Couple differences, a second opinion for the phlebotomist there on some of these other fights. But that's why, yes, that is true. You don't want to lose your license. He has to call it like you see it. So I can't blame you for that. But no, just a nice little weekend of sports. As we said, it's always nice to get to Friday.
Can't confirm or deny, Hammy. I'm not sure.
Main event.
They might. I don't know.
Most of the time, high as hell.
I don't know. Entertainment purposes only. I don't know.
Of course.
He's okay. But we will check back with you guys on Monday. Join the bracket challenge. That's what I'm going to leave you on right there. Hit that up. Yahoo Fantasy Sports Bracket Challenge. ID 24638. No password needed. Get in there. Sign up for a chance to win this glorious shirt. One size fits all because it has to fit all. There is only one. So it's a unique. Maybe Tyler and I can sign it. Send it
Collector's
out.
item.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you guys, as always, for joining us. Have a good and safe weekend. Enjoy the sports. Again, when we get to the weekend, there's a lot of bountiful sports action going on. And like I said, just hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And we'll get back with you on Monday. But Tyler, anything else you have before we dive into the weekend and get out of here?
Nah, man, just thank you guys so much for joining us, for commenting, for calling in. Always fun. Please join that group. We will be posting stuff on our socials, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere we can find it. Check out. We'll post on the Quarantine Network Facebook group, so check it out. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back on Monday. You guys know the drill. Keep the fire.
Keep that fire.